Hi, I'm Mike Ahern, co-author of Selling Today. In this next segment of the Reality Selling Today video series, we had the opportunity to meet with Dave Levitt from Salesforce.com. First, we asked Dave a few questions about his career in sales. Then we saw him in a live selling situation.
We get our sales leads from a variety of methods. We do get inquiries directly to our website or call-ins to our corporate headquarters. We also get leads from our partner community, such as system integrators and software providers that also operate on our Force.com platform. We also get leads from our customers. Our surveys tell us that that more than 75% of our customers have referred Salesforce.com to another prospective customer, and our customers provide a tremendous opportunity for us in acquiring new customers. We also get leads from our own internal sales team who are pursuing accounts directly, as well as from our inside sales team whose mission is to find opportunities for the field salespeople. Certainly the first thing that we consider when we pursue a new prospective customer is to first make sure that they fall within our region. Are they the right size? Are they in an industry that is going to get value from the services that we provide? Once we determine that, we identify the individuals within that prospective customer that are the most likely candidates to derive value from our service. So in our case, it could be the VP of Sales, the Vice President of Service, the Chief Information Officer are the three most obvious candidates for us to introduce ourselves and generate our first contact. When trying to understand or translate the customer's interests into a true opportunity for us, it's very important for us to understand the business value that they hope to derive from using our service. So the most important thing for us is to understand the challenges that they face on the business front and then translate that into the functionality that we provide and determine if we're a good fit for the challenges that they have. Once we figure that out, then we can start to put together a value proposition accordingly. But one of the most important questions that we ask is to try to uncover the success metrics that the customer is going to use to determine whether or not the project has been successful. How are they going to know success when they see it? What kind of business value do they hope to get, whether it's an increase in sales, whether it's an improved competitive position, whether it's lowering the cost to serve to their customer base, or whether it's the speed to develop and deploy new applications using our Force.com platform. It's important to understand the value metrics that they're assigning to this project to make sure that they don't have we're not assigning a $20 solution to a $5 problem. We need to make sure that we're assigning our resources into the opportunities that are going to help drive the greatest value for our customers. I think by far the most important trait that a salesperson can have in our business is empathy. Having the ability to truly put yourself in the customer's shoes and understand the challenges that they face. Once assuming that characteristic is in place, the discipline it takes to manage multiple opportunities at the same time at various points of the sales cycle, it's an ability to manage almost a Rubik's Cube of variables that are occurring all the time between outside influences as well as the customer challenges and our own resources within Salesforce that need to be coordinated to satisfy customer requirements across the range of products that we service.
Dave?
Yes.
Hi, Adam Rothman with Quantium.
Hi, Adam.
Thanks for coming by.
You bet. Appreciate you taking time to visit with me. The reason I wanted to call and get together was that you came to the Salesforce.com seminar we had a couple of weeks ago with respect to Salesforce automation tools. And I thought perhaps if you could spend a few minutes giving me an update about what brought you to the seminar, types of challenges you're having, it would provide me an opportunity to see what I might be able to do to help you.
All right, I'm happy to. First, I was really impressed with how many people were there. It was obviously there's a lot of people interested in Salesforce automation or CRM and Salesforce. That was pretty neat. You know, I've been in this job about 6 months now and got 2,000 reps around the world, and you know, they're doing okay. We've made some improvements organizationally since I got here, but my sales managers are telling me that they don't really have visibility into any kind of an accurate pipeline. That's part of the problem I've got. It seemed like automation could help me with that. Also, there's issues around collaboration. We have multiple people in accounts. We have sales and a pre-sales force, so they need to work well together. And we have the notion of global accounts, where we have a global account manager and regional people calling on the account, and they need to collaborate. So collaboration is a bit of an issue.
Another challenge that a lot of our prospective customers face that they want to address with our application has to do with the onboarding of salespeople. You have 2,000 reps scattered around the globe, people potentially coming and going, making sure that the data stays in the territory and you can onboard salespeople. What is your strategy for onboarding salespeople?
Oh, that's a great question. I think we do a pretty good job of onboarding salespeople, but your comment there about data staying in the territory, that is an issue. The data tends to go with the reps when they leave. I don't think we have inordinate amount of turnover, but when someone leaves, the data tends to go with them, and that's definitely a problem. We need to figure out ways to resolve that.
Well, I see why you came. You came to the right place. Just to kind of give you a thumbnail sketch, with 85,000 customers and 2.5 million end users, we have a lot of experience, including in regard to Salesforce automation, including others in your very same industry.
Really?
The types of challenges that you outlined are precisely the reasons people leverage this sort of capability. Developing predictability in the forecast gives you confidence that you can provide to Wall Street and to your board of directors. The idea of collaboration, particularly when you have sales teams, and particularly global sales teams, can really accelerate sales cycles and reduce friction. So I appreciate you giving us a chance to take the time to understand these challenges, and we think that we're in a great position to potentially provide some solutions for you.
One of the things that I did hear in some of the questions during the conference was this age-old issue of adoption. You know, a lot of the other people in my position asking questions were concerned about that, and I am too. It seems like sometimes it's a nifty product that nobody uses.
Well, adoption is very important because the key to developing value using a CRM tool is gaining high adoption, and the keys to getting high adoption are ease of use and fit for purpose. So the way we mitigate those challenges revolves around ensuring that the system is as easy to use as the prevailing standard, which today is Facebook.
Really?
If someone
That's
can use Facebook, they can use our application.
Well, I can't use Facebook.
And with respect to fit for purpose, the flexibility that we've been able to take advantage of with our application has allowed our customers to form fit the application to meet their needs rather than them having to conform to a system. So in terms of you get high adoption by those two elements, ease of use, fit for purpose, and then also the commitment that's going to come from you and the rest of the executive team to develop a culture that the system is the truth, that nothing else matters. This is the way we communicate about activities with respect to our customers. So it's going to be part application, part the people, and part the culture that you develop is going to generate that success. We think you have a better chance of achieving it with us, as evidenced by our 94% retention rate. That's the way we can measure whether or not we're getting the adoption and the value from our customers, because they can simply turn us off if they're not getting the adoption. And with 94% retention, we feel like we have a track record for being able to do that. But what I'd like to do, I don't want to dominate your day, but you've given me some high-level challenges, which I think are right up our alley. But in order to really paint the vision for you of what we can do, I would like to set up some time for one of my pre-sales people to come in and with me and visit with various members of your team and understand a day in the life by role, so that we can put together a custom demonstration and proposal that will tie into a business case that will make, hopefully, going with Salesforce the answer to achieving, overcoming the challenges that you expressed.
All right, well, a couple more questions before we either of us devote those kind of resources to the problem. I'm a little worried about our sales go from real simple sales, transactional, to some real complex global account sales. And I'm worried about the ability of any system to do both.
We hear that often, particularly in your industry. And what we do to mitigate that challenge is that we have a system that's flexible. So by transaction type, you might have two different screens, one for the transactional type of opportunity and one for the complex, so that you have a methodology embedded in the application that is cognizant of those two different types. So you don't make people put in a lot of data that doesn't have value. So you want it to be representative of the challenge that they face. So if it's a transaction, one call close, you don't want them spending more time in the system than they are trying to get the business.
Yeah.
So it's a balance, and that our system is flexible enough to accommodate those sorts of challenges with respect to transaction type, sales style, methodology, etc. Again, to streamline operations. So the system is a facilitator and communicator. It is not an inhibitor of a sales cycle.
Okay. And so how much time do you think you need?
I think if you gave us half a day and they had
With
a chance.
how many people?
You tell me, a manager, an executive, a sales rep, a pre-sales person. No, the people that are involved in the cycle, I think that we could come back and give you a really accurate picture of what it would take and how successful you might be.
All right, Dave, that sounds reasonable. It might take me 3 or 4 weeks to set up that day, but I think we should go ahead and proceed.
Absolutely. I'll send you a meeting request, and you can forward it and include it, and we'll work with the time as it gets closer.
Okay, sounds good.
Super. Thanks
All
for your
right.
time today,
Sure.
and I